Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tennessee Titans. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
First down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Going to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray now on first down. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Murray a give. This is Conner. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh. And his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup. But with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that will be incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and 3rd with Tennessee.
And the former Miami Dolphin had a career renaissance in 2019 with Tennessee and carried it over into 2020. A career-high 32 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, and those were the fewest he's thrown in a full season. And speaking of full seasons, he played all 16 games for the first time since 2015. He's got to be excited about 2021.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On the handoff, Connor, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down now, it's Connor, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Room here to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
First down, Murray. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Flush to his right. Murray fighting, lost the football, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
Prater's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Tannehill. Check down here for Henry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been. Fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
You like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but two Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Yeah, you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a handoff to Connor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down and 4, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st down, Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down grab there by Christian Kirk, now in his 4th season with the Arizona Cardinals, and they would like to get the ball to him a little bit more. Just 48 catches last year. Typically, when he catches it, it results in big plays.
Murray now to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards, and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Off play action, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill on the slant. He'll get it to Jones. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And Bullock will put this one through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now Conner. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 2nd and 3, Murray. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
First down Cardinals after the catch there by DeAndre Hopkins. Remember, he spent 7 seasons in Houston, now in his 2nd year with Arizona, and went over 10,000 yards receiving for his career last year. Another big season, also tied his career high with 115 catches, none bigger than the Hail Murray against the Buffalo Bills.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Damon Harrison able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On first down, it's Tannehill. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Here's Brent Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returning it is Moore. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the end.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. Second and 12. They'll try the right side with Henry. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Tannehill. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. A give to Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now it's Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Tannehill. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
2020 wasn't the year that Chandler Jones would normally have because of a biceps injury. Only 1 sack in the 5 games played, but he had 17 sacks in 2017, 19 in 2019. Let's play some numerology here. Can he have 21 in 2021?
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Firkser here.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here's Moore on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 40 now on second down. Murray flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Murray flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Tennessee offense set to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 36, Tannehill. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. Tannehill hooking up with Reynolds for a Titan first.
Josh Reynolds signed with the Titans after 4 years in L.A. with the Rams, and he was overshadowed there by some of their big-name receivers, but came through with a career-high 52 catches last year. Expects to continue in that vein with the Titans.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, sometimes it doesn't appear like much. The out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, it can turn into a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. Bullock's kick is good, and that gets him back within 10. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Kyler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Here's Murray. Flush to his right.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Cardinals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This is caught. It's Brown.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Chandler Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Johnson. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the fourth quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with first and goal.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Second down and goal. Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jordan Phillips. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The drive will start with Connor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.